Hello everyone, Michael back with another video. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to show or hide controls in Power Apps using the visible property. If you enjoy Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, and SharePoint videos, feel free to subscribe because we put out more videos in those areas. And now for my intro. Okay, so I'm going to be demonstrating how to use the visible property on a few different use cases. I use the visible property all the time across my apps, depending on what I need to show and what I need to unshow. Let's say a user clicks on a button or they click on a checkbox or a toggle, and then you want to have something show, be able to do it. So I'll just do a really simple one. I'll add a button to my screen, and then I'll go ahead and navigate in the top left-hand corner. I'll go ahead and navigate to the visible property. So right now it's set to true. If I remove this, it's going to think it's false, but I can also type false here and then it's not going to show. So if I want that button to show, I can go ahead and change that back to true. So if you have any if statements or like a switch statement that you want to use, as long as the outputs are true and false, you'll be able to show or hide this. So let me go ahead and add a icon here to my screen. So I'll just add this icon. Let's say if the user clicks on this button, I want this icon to show. If the user hasn't clicked on this button, I don't want the icon to show. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my screen control on the left hand side. So I am on the test screen. I'm going to go on visible. Anytime this screen is loaded, I'm going to declare a variable for this icon visibility. I will go ahead, make this box a little bigger. So I will use set. So we're going to set a variable here. Let's just say icon show. So when this page first loads, I want this to be false. I don't want the icon to show until the user clicks on the button on the screen. So let me go ahead and navigate to the button. I went ahead and clicked on it. Going to navigate to the top left hand side, click on the visible property. So right now it's set to true. And when this button's clicked, I want it to show. So I'm going to assign that variable to this visible property. So right now my variable is blank. So if I navigate off the screen and then back onto the screen, the variable is now false. So the icon does not show. If I click on the button now, nothing happens. And that's because I haven't assigned the on select of this button to change that variable to true. So let's say when this button is clicked, I can go ahead and write set. We'll use the variable name and I will set that to true. So when I click on this button, the icon appears. So that's how you would make the icon show when a button is clicked. So let's say if I want to click on this button again, I want to hide it. So I have to do the inverse of whatever this button does. So right now, every time I click it, it sets it to true. So I want it to where if it's true, it changes to false. If it's false, it changes to true. And how you would do that is I'm going to go ahead. I'm still on the on select for my button. I'm going to do an exclamation point and then use the icon name. So since true and false are Boolean values, every time you have the exclamation point, it's going to do the opposite. So when I click on this button, it's going to change it to true. If I click on the button again, it's going to change it to false. So if you have like a filter bar at the top or something that you want to show or hide, you can have a button, show filter, show or hide, and you can even change the text of your button. So let's say I want it to where if my variable icon show equals true, I want the text of my button to display as hide icon because I know it's showing. So when the user clicks on it, it's going to hide it. Hide icon, and then we're going to do show icon if it is false. So if I click on the button, hide icon, show icon. So that's a great use of the visible property. I use it all the time. And if you combine it with like a toggle or a button, you can do some really cool things like I'm showing you right now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove these two. And let me go ahead and add a combo box. I will use a modern control one. So in my combo box, I'm just going to add a couple items. I'm going to do, let's say, green, red, other. So let's say I have a user select from this combo box their favorite color. And let's say their color option isn't listed in my combo box. So you can do this for any question. So if the user chooses from a drop down and their option isn't there and they want to select other, you might want to have an input box to where they can input their answer. So I'm going to display that now, and we can do that using the visible property. So I have my combo box here. I'm going to go ahead and add an input box to the right of it. Okay, so I have my input box on the screen. Let's go ahead and navigate to the visible property. And I only want this input box to show when the combo box is other. So I'm going to do if combo box canvas one, whatever your label on the combo box is, dot selected dot value equals other. So if the combo box is selected to other, I want this to show. So if it isn't, I want to set this to false. And you probably don't need the false statement on it, but I left it in there because it's easier to read. So we have an error here, and that's because I have a semicolon there. It had multiple statements in your visible property. So right now it is actually showing because I'm on other. But let's say I'm on green and the input box disappears. If I go to red, still not showing, but if I go to other, I'm able to enter in my favorite color. And let's say my favorite color is blue. And then you probably would have a button to where it patches to a SharePoint list or a Dataverse. And that's another cool way of using the visible property. Again, it will happen more times than you think in your Power Apps where you have to show or hide something. So the visible property is one of those properties that gets used all the time and you won't even think about it. Okay, so for the last thing, let's say I have a couple admin users to where if that user is logged into my system, I want to show a few extra features in my Power App. So mainly, if you probably have like the main, user base that uses the app, and then you have a few super users that you identify, and you can actually do it based off a name or an email or something. So let's say I'll go back to the icon thing. So let's say this button generates a report. When I click on it, it makes a Power Automate flow run. I get like a CSV report. I only want it available to users that are in that super user group. So let me go to the visible property here. And if I go ahead, let me add a label really quick. Actually, I do have a label in the top right hand corner. So this shows my user.fullname. I can do user.email. So this is my email, michael@michaelalex.onmicrosoft.com. So the email is a really good one because it's pretty unique. You can't have a user with the same email in your organization. You can have a user with the same name. So I highly recommend don't use the name, use the email. So let's say I go to this visible property and just say if user.email equals, actually I got to do user.email. So if that equals Michael, and I have to type out my full email address, which is pretty long. So if it equals that, I want to show this. So since this is true, this icon's showing. Let's say I want to hide this button for the certain user. I'll set that to false and the icon disappears. So let's say you have a small team of 3 and any one of those 3 users accesses this Power App. I want the icon to show. I can just use an or statement and then add a few more emails here. I'll just do ABC and then another or statement. All right, so if any of these users log in, they're my super users. They log in, they'll be able to see this icon, and they will go ahead and be able to download the report. So that's the main uses of the onVisible property for controls and Power Apps. I hope you guys liked the video. There's a few more uses where you can get really technical with things. I'll leave it pretty simple because as long as your visible property equals true or false, you'll be able to utilize it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comments, and I will catch you in the next video.